So for today's class, we're going to be doing some reading about something called a lying contest. Do you know what it means to tell a lie?
Yes.
What does it mean to lie?
That you tell something not true.
Yes. And in this one, there's a lying contest where there's a king. He's very bored. He has nothing to do. So he decides, you know what? I am going to hold a lying contest. A contest which is designed to let people tell him a lie. Now, if he says that's a lie, then you win. If he says that it's true, then you lose. So if you win, he will give you a lot of gold. But he is also a kind of greedy king. He doesn't want others to win. So he plans to say that everything is true. So how do you win and make someone to say something is a lie? You want to tell a lie and you want the king to say, yes, that's a lie. What is something that you could do? So we're going to read this story here, this reading. It's called The Lying Contest. And this one, it's about a king who decides he wants to hold a contest to see who can make him say that something is a lie. So here is our king. This is a story, a lying contest by M. Bilkis. Could be Bilkis. This is a tale from Bulgaria. Bulgaria is a country. Do you know where Bulgaria is? Where is Bulgaria?
I don't know, but I have heard this name.
Yeah. Bulgaria, which would be, let's see. There it is. I found it. Ding. It's right there. That one is Bulgaria. It's written in another language.
Oh.
It is near Turkey and Greece and Italy. So it's over in the Europe area. It's in Europe. Right there, Bulgaria. So this story comes from Bulgaria, the lying contest. Let's read this one about the lying contest. Help me read this one, Sissy.
A tale from Bulgaria. Long ago in Bulgaria, a selfish...
This one is pronounced very differently than what it looks like. It's actually Z-A-A-R, like czar.
A Tsar named Boris ruled the land. One day, Boris decided to entertain himself by holding a lying contest. He invited the storytellers from all over to come and tell their most unbelievable tales. Whoever told the most... what is this?
Extraordinary
lie would win a bag full of its gold. However, Boris did not want to give up his riches, no matter how
ridiculous
the lie. He planned to declare every story was true.
Yeah, he planned to declare that every story was true. So in this one, it shows us the word czar. What is a czar?
A czar is the title that was given to rulers in Russia and Bulgaria.
Yeah, so that's kind of their name or their title for a king. So his name was Tsar. His name was Boris, and he was a king. But in Bulgaria and Russia, they called them Tsar Boris. You know, kind of like King Boris. In this one, let's see, long ago in Bulgaria, a selfish czar. What does it mean when someone is selfish?
Mm, that someone is just think about himself.
Yes, exactly. That's why they call them selfish, because they only think about themselves. Selfish czar named Boris ruled the land. One day, Boris decided he decided to entertain himself. When you entertain yourself or entertain somebody, it means you make that person excited, or you do something to keep somebody busy. So today he's going to make himself busy by holding a contest, a lying contest. He invited the storytellers from all over to come and tell their most unbelievable tales. And a tale is just another word for a story. Whoever told the most extraordinary or extraordinary, there's two ways of pronouncing that. Most people usually say extraordinary, but extraordinary is okay too. It has the same meaning. Extraordinary lie would win a bag filled with gold. So if you can tell a very good lie, and he can say, oh, ho, ho, that is definitely a lie, you win, and he'll give you the gold. However, Boris, the king, the czar, did not want to give up his riches. He didn't want to give his gold. He planned that no matter how ridiculous or how foolish the lie, he planned to say that every story or every lie was true. So he was going to say all the stories are true because he doesn't want to give away his gold. He says, haha, I'm not going to give you my gold. I'm going to say, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. Even if you can say, people can fly, he's going to say, wow, that is true. What? So how do you win? If you need him to say that it's a lie in order to win, how do you win? You have to say something that he would definitely say it's a lie. So in this one, we've got the fill in the blanks over here. A czar. Read the blue part and help fill in the blanks to talk about his plan.
A czar holds a contest to see who can tell the most unbelievable story. The winner will receive a bag of gold. However, the czar plans to
When you really want to win and you do everything that you can, even not follow the rules.
cheat.
Yep, you cheat. Cheater.
Oh, so he can keep his gold.
Yep. So that's what this story is going to be about. He plans to cheat so that he can keep his gold. And he shows all these little storytellers and liars. He shows the gold. Look at all the gold. Do you want it? All you have to do is tell me a story that I say is not true. So enter our first liar.
Every liar and the
Fibber.
Fibber in the
Fibber is the same as a liar.
Traveled to the competition. First, a man wearing a colorful cloak spun a tale of the Tsar.
Yeah, for the Tsar. So every liar and fibber in the country traveled to the competition. They came to tell their story, to be in the competition. First, a man wearing a colorful cloak. The cloak is a very long jacket. That's what we call a cloak. Spun a tale for the Tsar. Yoink. Here is his tale.
My goat is so clever. It has
So
on my clothes. The liar clothes. The liar
claimed.
Why he designed the clothes is I'm wearing right now.
Clothes.
Oh,
Clothes. So
clothes.
he's talking about the clothes that he's wearing. He says, "My goat is so clever. It's very smart. It can sew all my clothes." So he says that his goat meh, can sew clothes. When you sew clothes, you use a needle and thread to kind of make some clothes, or you use a sewing machine. And your coat is ready, sir. A goat that can sew clothes. Is that true, or is that a lie? Do you think his goat can sew clothes? Really? Well,
No.
we know that they are all lying. So all of these stories that they tell are not true. We know this, and the king knows this too. He knows it's a lie, but the point is to make him say, yes, that's a lie. If he says it's a lie, then the man with the coat will win all of the gold. However, the king does not want to lose. So guess what? Dun dun.
Boris laughed loudly. Of course, your goat can do these things, he agreed. That is a true story.
Wah, wah. And the man loses, because the king says that's a true story. Because your goat, yes, your goat can do these. Your goat must be very clever. That is a true story. And enter liar number 2.
I once grew a
Sorry.
vine so tall that it stretched all the way to the clouds. A woman declared, and it grew tomatoes as big as pumpkins.
So I once grew a vine. A vine is one of those kind of plants that usually grows up along something here. This one is a kind of vine plant. They grow up things. Vines, vines. Let's see. So these here are vines. They're long, thin plants, which is like a tomato plant. A tomato plant is grown on a kind of vine. It grows up something. Usually we have to have something to hold the tomato plant up. Otherwise, it's too thin and it will kind of fall over. It won't be able to hold the tomatoes because the tomatoes get very heavy and too heavy for the vines. So we have to connect the tomato plant to something so that the tomato plant can grow well. But there we have it. I once grew a vine so tall that it stretched all the way to the clouds, goes all the way up to the clouds in the sky. A woman declared, she said, and it grew tomatoes as big as pumpkins. These tomatoes are the size of, most tomatoes are usually like this big. A pumpkin can grow this big. So that is her story. Do you think it is true?
No.
No, obviously not. However, Boris doesn't want to lose.
Boris nodded. That is true. I have eaten those animals' tomatoes. Enormous tomato.
Enormous is like humongous, huge, giant. There are a lot of words for this same word, for this same thing. It just means very big. I have eaten those very big tomatoes. He lied. The king's lying too. Next. Liar number 3.
Next, Hitar
Hitar Peter? I think.
A poor farmer known for his clever thinking, stood up to Boris.
Now, what can you tell? What do you think you would tell the king so that he would say something is a lie? What kind of lie can you think about that would make the king not say it's true? What's a good lie that would help you to win the competition? Can you think of a lie that might help you to win? Something that he would definitely not want to say is true.
The winner shouldn't tell the lie.
The winner should tell the lie. I would try to tell something like, well, I'll tell you my idea after we read about Hitar Pitar. He is known for his clever thinking. So a lot of people know him as a very clever person. He strode up to Boris. What is this? Strode is the past tense word for stride. Stride. What is stride?
Stride. When you stride into a room, you walk quickly and with purpose.
Yeah, with a reason. With you have a purpose means you have a reason. So he walked in here very quickly. Dun 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 dun. My name is Hitar Pitar. And we have this one here.
I'm not here to tell you a lie, Peter announced for the entire crowd to hear. I will only tell the truth.
So he said something very loudly for the entire. Entire means all of the crowd, all of the crowd. The crowd are all of the people that were there. He says, I am not here to tell a lie. I am here to tell the truth. I will only say something that is true. And what does he say?
The crowd whispered in confusion. I came here today to collect the
debt.
What is this? Debt, Peter said. Debt, Peter said. The tourist borrowed a large sum of gold from me.
So he says the crowd was the people that were watching, the crowd were very confused. They're like, what? He's going to tell the truth? He's not going to lie? That's the competition. The competition is to lie. You have to tell a lie. But he says, I am only going to tell you the truth. I came here today to collect a debt. A debt is money that someone owes to another person. So usually if you owe money to your friend, maybe you borrow some money or you use some money from your friend, then later you'll have to give that money back, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that is a kind of debt where somebody borrows or lets someone else give them something to have for a short time, and then later you have to give that back. That's to borrow something, and if you hold on to it or if you keep it for a long while you have it, then it's considered a debt, something that you have to give back. So today he is here Peter says that he is here to get a debt. He said, the Tsar borrowed some gold from me, a large sum or a lot of gold. He said, the Tsar had borrowed a lot of gold from me. Do you think the king is going to say that this is true?
No.
No. Why not?
Because if he borrowed a lot of gold from him, and he should return that.
Yeah. He will have to give it back to him. So if you borrow gold, then you have to give it back. However, if he says that's a lie, then guess what? Winner! Ding, 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 ding. And he gets the gold. So furious, very angry. When you are furious, it means you are really, really, really angry. Read this one, Sissy.
What is
furious?
The first. Furious, Boris jumped up. Why would I need money from a poor peasant like you? He shouted at Peter. This is a lie.
This is a lie. Why would I need money from a poor peasant like you? Right. So a peasant is a very poor person, a beggar, like a beggar. He says, you are very poor. You have no money. Why would I need money from someone like you? You are too poor. This is a lie. Dun dun. Aha.
Peter winked at the crowd and replied, you say it is a lie, so I win the prize. Kindly hand me the bag of gold.
Yeah, in this way they use kindly. They say it's like a please give me the gold, because I win and you are right. It is a lie, but because you say it's a lie, then that means that I win. So either way, if he said it's not a lie, then he would still have to give gold to him to pay back the debt that he would owe. But since he says that is a lie, he gets to stay as a person, that doesn't borrow money from poor peasants, but he has to pay the price, the bag of gold, to the peasant. So what is the theme? When we talk about the theme of something, the theme is like what something is about. What is this story about? What do you think is the main purpose of reading something like this? Bless you.
Why?
Why? That's what you say when someone sneezes. You say, bless you.
Oh,
And then you guys say, thank you.
thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So what do you think is the theme of the lying contest of this story?
A clever person will succeed against someone who is greedy.
Yeah. So who was clever in this story?
What is this? Peter.
Yeah, Peter. And who is greedy?
Boris.
Boris, yeah, the Tsar, the king. The king was the greedy person. So you remember during this reading we met three liars. There were three liars. All three people came to tell a lie. Even though Peter said that I am not going to tell a lie, he did tell a lie. That was part of the game. That's part of the contest and what he's supposed to do. But of these three liars, do you remember what were the lies that were told? What was the lie of the first liar? The lie from the first liar.
His the clothes he wear can
Meh.
can seal. What is it?
Were made by. Who made the clothes?
Himself.
Himself? No, not himself.
I forgot.
Meh. It was his goat.
Oh.
Meh. So the first man, he came to say, my goat is so clever. My goat made the clothes that I'm wearing. And he makes all of my clothes. Boris says, very clever goat. That is true. Said that his goat can make that. How about the second story, which was told by the woman? What was her lie? What did she say?
She said that
It was a kind of plant. What was the
Oh,
plant?
she planted big tomatoes.
Yeah, big tomatoes. How tall was
Yeah.
the tomato plant? Like this?
Up to the cloud.
Up to the clouds. So the tomato plant grew up to the clouds. And how big were the tomatoes?
As a pumpkin.
Yeah, as big as a pumpkin. Very good. They were enormous or huge. And then, of course, you have Pitar, which was the winner. What was his lie?
He is going to tell the truth that Boris borrowed a lot of gold from him.
Exactly. Yep. Boris borrowed a lot of gold from him. And was that true?
No.
Yep. Right. Very good. But that's the only story that actually made Boris admit that something was not true. So if you were to try and tell a lie, what kind of lie do you think Boris would say is a lie? What is something that you can think about that you would say? What lie could you tell? Something he would not want to say is true.
I say the woman tell. I will say the woman tell the truth. No, tell the lie.
The woman told a lie?
Yes, because if Boris that is I am true, that the woman will
Then the
yes.
woman wins.
Yes.
And she says, "Wow, Sissy, thank you. You helped me win." I guess that would be good for her. I would go with something like, say that you are his doctor, and Boris is very sick.
Oh.
Something like that. Boris would say, "No." He would not want to admit that he is sick, or even that he has you as a doctor, or something like that. That would be a kind of interesting lie to tell. So thinking about lies, it's always important to think of what kind of different lies we can tell. But it's also important to try not to lie. Lying is not a good thing to do. So usually telling the truth is always the best choice. It makes us honest people, unless we're doing it for a purpose of beating someone who is already trying to lie to others. So the biggest liar in this story was actually Boris. Why was he the biggest liar? What was his lie?
He said that first two peoples are true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he tried to let others believe that. And he was trying to hold a competition, and he was a liar because he didn't want to play the game fairly. He told the people that, tell me a story, and if I say that it is if I say that it is a lie, then you will win. But he didn't want anyone to win, so he didn't plan to let anyone win. He was just going to say that all of the stories are true, 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 true. And that was just going to be the end of it. And he was going to walk away with all of the gold and having had people tell him all these stories. Ha ha ha. All right, so that's the end of the reading for the Lying King, not the Lion King. Mama Wedna, Mama Misuna. All right, so we're gonna stop that one here. So bye bye, Lion King.